What's up guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to install a throttle cable on any small engine. This throttle cable I have here, I bought it from Amazon for 10 bucks. This is going to be going on my engine on my go-kart. I'm going to show you guys how to install it and also make the pedal at the front. This is the leg of the chair on my go-kart. I cut the legs off and use them to make paddles. There's one lever already on this side, that's for the brake cable. So just like this one over here, I'm going to install this pedal right over here. I'm going to extend these pieces of wood a little further and I have room to install this. So I'm going to do that, show you guys, and also show you guys how to install the throttle cable that goes on the back of the engine. First of all, to install a throttle cable, you're going to go ahead and take off your air filter. The air filter has these two bolts here, and that requires a 10mm wrench. So go ahead, take those off first of all. By doing this, you're going to have easy access to where the throttle cable housing goes. So now you can just pull this off. Make sure your levers are closed and it'll just come off like that. You can just push this back here and that can stay there for now. So now over here we see a few components. This is our throttle. We have this bolt over here, and this bolt is where the cable actually goes through. Over here is where the housing goes. So I'm going to get my housing and the cable, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Go ahead and take your cable housing and put it through this. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, just like that. And now you can tighten this screw and pull this wire and thread it through this bolt over here. Grab your cable and put it through this hole, and now it comes on the other side. It's right there. It's kind of hard to see because everything's the same color, but it's right here. Now you can go ahead and tighten this bolt as well as this one. I already did this one. And then once that, we're basically done with our housing. And now when we pull up that lever back there, the engine will start going. Now as you can see, I'm holding this cable here. When I pull it, the throttle will start moving. You see that? It's moving. Alright guys, so I've got some extra pieces of wood on the side to give more support and more width to the car. The throttle cable works. I started up the engine, pulled the cable, it works and returns perfectly fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the lever at the front, and I'll show you guys how to run that. Alright guys, so the throttle setup is coming fine, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and build a piece out of wood. I think this white one right here. It's gonna act as a stop, and also I'm gonna thread this through. This is gonna hold the cable housing from the front. We have the cable housing held by the back, but we need another cable housing system at the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that, show you guys, and yeah, we'll continue from there. Alright guys, so to install the second housing, I had to remove the housing off this engine first. I took the cable completely out of the housing. I took both of the bolts off. Now this is the custom thing I built over here. Right here. I'll show you what that does. So I put one bolt on this side, and on this side it's free. So I'm going to put a washer and a bolt here. It's going to tie on, and then I'm going to put the cable housing for the last time. Alright guys, so I got this cable back in properly. This is the amount I was talking about that I made. I drilled the hole in this rod up here. It's a metal rod, so be sure you have a metal drill bit. Put the end of the clip in this side, goes through here. There's a bolt and a washer on this side, and if you can see, hopefully there's a bolt on that side, so that holds the housing. So when I move this rod back and forth, the throttle moves and it goes back. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically that's about it. I might have to attach a spring and zip tie the housing to the frame so it looks all clean. It's not in the way of anything. And I'll show you guys that and we'll end the video. Alright guys, I'm guessing everything looks perfect here. I zip tied it down to this side. I'm just going to cut that off. And I zip tied one back here. It's all in one place. This is what it looks like from a distance. I need to clean so much over here and back there in the kitchen. And yeah, I'm just going to turn the engine on one time, show you guys everything once everything's fine. As you guys just saw, the throttle, everything works fine, which is a good sign. And that's it for this week's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below. We'll see you guys next week.